Imagine this. You're leading a critical Zoom meeting, delivering your game-changing pitch, and boom, your internet crashes. Panic sets in. Clients are confused. Your boss is watching. And your shot at promotion? Gone. All because of one thing, downtime. But what if I told you that businesses lose millions every year to this preventable disaster? And worse, some companies are still using outdated methods that make downtime inevitable. But there's a smarter way, and it's changing the game. Let's dive in. Welcome back. So you were in the middle of something important like a Zoom meeting, when suddenly the internet dies? It's like the digital version of a power outage, and it's all thanks to something called downtime. Imagine the chaos. Missed deadlines, frustrated customers, and maybe even a few casualties. Okay, maybe not casualties, but definitely some serious productivity loss. What is downtime? Downtime is basically the tech world's version of a bathroom break for your software. But instead of a quick pit stop, it's like shutting down the entire city to replace a single light bulb. It's frustrating, expensive, and often completely avoidable, if only we use the right development approach. The Waterfall Model. This archaic ritual is a relic of the past, a time when software development was as exciting as watching paint dry. I'm talking about the Waterfall Model, where you build a software project like building a house of cards. One wrong move, and the whole thing comes crashing down. Imagine building a house. You lay the foundation first, then the walls, then the roof. You can't suddenly decide midway, hey, let's add a basement, without tearing everything apart. That's the waterfall method. One step after another, no backtracking. It's like trying to write a novel without ever editing or revising. Good luck with that. And the result? A rigid, inflexible system prone to costly delays and, let's be honest, a few nervous breakdowns. Because everything is developed as one big chunk, any updates or fixes require downtime to avoid system crashes. One bug could set back an entire launch, leading to frustrated developers, angry customers, and costly delays. It's like trying to fix a broken clock by smashing it with a hammer. Cisco's billing platform. Cisco, a giant in networking, initially used Waterfall for its subscription billing platform. But every time they needed updates, it was a logistical nightmare. Imagine trying to update a 1980s computer. You might as well just buy a new one. Then they switched to Agile, and bugs reduced by 40%, while efficiency improved by 14%. It was like upgrading from dial-up internet to fiber optics. Faster, smoother, and way less painful. The Agile Revolution. Agile offers a more flexible way to develop software. Instead of a rigid step-by-step process, Agile breaks down projects into smaller, more manageable chunks, like bite-sized pieces of pizza. You taste test each slice, get feedback, and adjust accordingly. No more building an entire pizza only to discover you hate anchovies. Each slice represents a working feature. This way, there's no wasted effort in creating something that doesn't meet expectations. And the best part? You can course correct in real time, saving money, effort, and sanity. It's like having a GPS that constantly adjusts your route based on traffic conditions. With Agile, you can make changes on the fly, fix bugs before they become Godzilla-sized problems, and actually listen to your customers. It's like building a house with a team of architects, constantly tweaking the design based on the homeowner's feedback. And let's face it, who wouldn't want to live in a house that actually meets their needs? Top 3 benefits of Agile. Number 1. Microservices. Agile breaks projects into smaller, independent parts. Fix one without disrupting the whole system, like replacing one bad tire instead of rebuilding a whole car. This means fewer catastrophic failures and a more resilient system overall. Number 2. Faster execution. Changes can be made on the go, unlike Waterfall, where you have to finish everything before testing. Agile lets teams work in short cycles, so you get results faster and adapt to changing needs without throwing everything away. It's like a sprinter versus a marathon runner. Sometimes you need speed and agility over slow and steady. Number 3. User feedback matters. Agile allows for real-world testing early, preventing major surprises when the product finally launches. Think of it like beta testing in real time. If something isn't working, you catch it before it's too late. Sony PlayStation. Companies like Sony, the brains behind your PlayStation, ditched the waterfall method and embraced Agile for their interactive system. As a result, planning time dropped by 28%, and downtime was reduced so significantly that they saved $30 million annually. That's a lot of PlayStations, and a lot of happy customers. Waterfall versus Agile. So, is Waterfall completely obsolete? Not necessarily. For projects with strict, unchanging requirements, like banking software or aircraft control systems, Waterfall can still be useful. When there's little room for error and everything needs to be mapped out in advance, it has its place. But when flexibility, adaptability, and efficiency are needed, Agile is the undisputed champion. Next up, mastering Agile frameworks. Now, if you've ever wondered which Agile framework is right for your team, Scrum, Kanban, Lean, XP, or even Crystal, then you cannot miss the next video. Because here's a crazy fact. 90% of companies that claim to use Agile aren't actually doing it right. And that could be costing them millions. In the next video, we'll break down the most popular Agile frameworks, expose common pitfalls, and reveal which one will supercharge your team's productivity. If you want to avoid costly mistakes and truly master Agile, then click on the next video right now. And before you go, drop a comment below. What's the biggest challenge your team faces with Agile or Waterfall? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a game-changing insight. See you in the next one.